and welcome in. Please feel free to sit back, relax, and stop to smell the roses for a little while. I hope you're all doing well today. We are going to be hopping right into it. I know the ads are going to start soon, but you're not going to miss much because we've got to go get more sand so that we can do more for our build, like finish the walls, start mapping out the glass. I've got to make concrete for the mural that I'm going to do along the walls. So we're just gonna get in, start traveling. You guys won't miss much along the way. Just get moving. There we go. Everything good? Hi. It's good to see you all. Just before we do go, since the ads haven't started quite yet, I'm gonna show you guys what we've done last time, just in case any of you missed it. No worries, Luffy. Don't you worry. You beat me out by a little bit. But yeah, this is coming along really, really nicely so far. I'm very happy with it. This is going to have more going on. I'm probably gonna do custom trees there, but I've got to have build a bridge over it, and I want to know how tall that's gonna end up being before I put stuff underneath it. But yeah, I've mostly been what I was doing before setting up for stream stuff was I was looking at roofing options mostly because I've been a busy bee in real life as well, and just kind of trying to figure out like, okay, what are our options home wise long term? Because we are going to need a new roof within a couple of years. And so I was like, well, I want to research my options, try to figure out what's going on. And man, the people are so aggressive when you're looking for something to do something for your house. It's kind of crazy. Welcome in, Mayan. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well today. And apologies to those of you who are stuck in ads. I really appreciate you sticking them out for me. But yes, we're just going to get some more sand, get everything moving along for the build. I'm very, very happy with how it's coming along so far. We're going to need probably just like 3 to be safe, some more stacks of cut sandstone. And then we should be just mostly sand, and whatever natural sandstone we get should be fine. But because I need more sand for concrete and glass at this point. And I'm doing pretty well, man. Doing pretty well. Thank you. It's mostly just been house stuff today. Look, we've put up the last of our wall stuff, all that mess. If it was the cheaper option, Luffy, probably asphalt. Asphalt shingles are pretty standard and they're normally cheaper. I was looking into possibly upgrading to metal though, just because it both reflects heat better, which you wouldn't think, but it does reflect heat out of the home better. And because it holds up better to high wind and high snow environments, which we definitely have here in Ohio. We live close enough to the lakes where lake effect snows can be a serious problem and really damage shingles really quickly on asphalt roofs, which is what we have right now. And it's why I was like, especially since we've got moss growing all in it. All right, Ribbon, let's do the medium side quest today. Yeah, exactly, Luffy. It's like the opposite. They have to stand up to wind and snow here. So I was like, metal is the better option there. It's a bit more expensive. Yeah, exactly. They're expensive, but they also last 40 to 70 years instead of like 15 to 20. And I'd rather pay a lot. Oh no, a rabbit stew. I think I might just fail that one. I mean, I can look for any rabbits along the way, but I do not have any rabbit. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. Hello, Sorrow. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. It feels mean to reject the quest, but I feel like I might need to trade it for the easy one, just for now, because I don't know that I don't think I'm running through any biomes that have bunnies. Because this is the same path that we've done before. Hey, yeah, we love a free day, Sorrow. I'm glad you're having a good one. And yeah, exactly, Luffy. Eat a cod. All right. just have to try to find. There's a lot of water over here. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a actual out cod because I don't have any string or anything. But if I can find the fish. Welcome in, Val. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, since we're gonna have to replace the roof one way or another within the next year or so, just because we have so much moss growing in our current one, it's gonna crack the tiles and weaken the integrity of them. I figure it might be better to swing ones that make it a lot harder for that to happen in also. So it's like, well, it's worth trying. I want to at least get quotes and see where we're at, especially because we do live in an area where that kind of work tends to be a bit cheaper. There's a lot of trades around here. Oh, trust me, Riven, I know. Look at that. Hello, drowned. Nothing but salmon. Huh, that's really weird, Luffy. Hold on. Let me see if my bitrate is doing all right or not. It should be fine. Yeah, I think you might have to refresh because it does say I'm in the green right now. It's like I'm careful to keep my monitoring thing on a separate thing, but that's odd. You know, that's really sweet. I love channels like that, honestly, Luffy. I'm going to fail the COD quest. This is a sham. This is such a shame. All of our fishing, and for what? There's no CODs around. I have no string. I'm sorry, Ribbon. I don't think I'm gonna find cod. I was hoping I'd get lucky and that I'd have some spawn in the river. Hello, Krabby. This is just the Zeros mini-map. You could change the default square into circle in the mod settings. And you can do, I like it mostly for the coordinates in the corner, which is what I'm using to get to our little sand cache in this world of almost no sand. Which you can see over there. But yes, it is Zeros mini-maps. Welcome in, Lux. I hope you're doing well today. Hello, hello. Any luck? Nope, it's just salmon. There's no cod in the rivers. Despair. It's not a Minecraft feature. It's just a mod. I would say it was one of my absolute favorite mods for sure. I don't think it's like, unless I'm specifically told the server does not allow mini maps, I always use it just because it helps with directions so much. But I can type it. Hold on. It is. Actually, I can just pull it up in my mod menu for you. Zero's minimap right here. And you can see, because it is spelled funny, but that's how you find it. And I know, right, Luffy? It's like, I feel like you're always seeing salmon just overoiled, but you always catch cod. It's kind of odd. I see cod occasionally. I thought I would get lucky, but no. And of course, Krabby, no problem at all. And I appreciate the spelling, Luffy. Yes, today we continue building for camels. We've just got to gather more sand first because, well, we're eating through sandstone and sand like you would not believe for this build, as one might expect. You just missed the, I showed everyone what we've done so far, but we'll be going back for too long, as soon as we've got an inventory full of it. I do love that we're just kind of slowly turning this beach into a stone desert. Thank you for that follow, Krabby. I really appreciate it. But yes, today, gathering lots of sand so we can get back to that camel sanctuary. I've got big plans for a mural. I want to do like flowers and vines and stuff with concrete. But I need, guess what, even more sand for concrete. So it's just one of those, all right, once I finish getting the cut sandstone that I need. You know, that's a good point, Lux. I always forget. I always forget that you can do that. I appreciate you. That way I'm not using my shovel. But yes, I'm glad you think so, Ellie. I'm very excited to do it because I've like, oof, it's gonna look really nice. It's kind of going to lean into like, you know, how most of the village is all cherry blossom themed. Welcome in, River. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, most of the village is all cherry blossom themed. So to connect that theming to the sanctuary, I wanted to do like cherry blossoms. So I can do pink flowers with the white centers and do vines kind of connecting them, which isn't a cherry blossom thing, but I think it'll look nice and kind of blend the desert and cherry blossom aesthetic. Congratulations, Ellie. Nice try, Krabby. I could show you a zoom. I could just do, I have a zoom mod too. But I'm really glad that you were able to get that thing done in time, Ellie. I know you were stressing. That was a late night discovery. And you don't need to apologize for that, River. Take care of yourself. That is really warm. Make sure you stay safe. I will probably just set up my little station down here. I should have not. I slipped up. But yes, everyone make sure you stay safe. The heat waves all around the world have been absolutely nuts. And it is always the most important thing is making sure you're taken care of. And yeah, that makes sense. The humidity is a silent killer. Thank you for the hydrate, Lux. I'll take a sip of water. That's a reminder to all of you guys as well. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Take care of yourself. Whatever you have on hand. So long as it's hydrating, take a sip. And be careful about any drinks that aren't hydrating in heat like this, just in case. Oh, that's good news, Soro. I'm glad that you're not getting super bad heat this time around. We're also kind of getting spared the worst of the heat this time. It's going to get warmer, but it's not going to be as bad. And hey, not a problem, Krabby. Rest well. And yeah, I feel that. I feel that, Soro. Like, it was pretty close to up there. For us, it was so bad that I couldn't stream because my room was way too hot for me. The second I shut the door, if I shut that door for more than 10 minutes, I was like, danger zone. Actual danger to, it's like, nope, I can't do that, unfortunately. Ooh, yikes, Luffy, that is hot. I'm glad you're getting a pineapple. You have a pineapple smoothie, though, so that you can cool down. Oh, river. I forgot your house doesn't have AC. That's rough. The world is melting. Everyone is way overheated. And yeah, that sounds like a plan, River. Definitely. That was one of like our only, oddly enough, despite living in the United States where it's pretty rare to not have air conditioning, the specific area that Moth and I live in doesn't have very many houses with central air just because it's such an old community. So finding a house that actually had central air and that we didn't have to spend like 20 grand to get it installed was like basically our only requirement. We're like, does it have AC? And yeah, that's good, Zoro. At least there were some things that reduced the amount of heat there. Anything that can ease it a little bit and make it not as bad. Yeah, it is perfect jump in a lake weather. Just make sure you jump in a lake with a life jacket. Yeah, exactly. Gotta be safe about it. Morbid topic, but all the people who drown were some of the best swimmers people know. The world does not care if you're good at swimming. Do not try to get in a competition with nature. Ugh, yeah, Luffy. I'm not looking forward to having to get it replaced because I know we're going to have to get our central air system updated eventually. That's going to be something that has to happen at some point. But right now, I'm not super worried about that quite yet. It still works really, really well as of now. So I'm not like, it's like, okay. Once it starts getting kind of older, it starts slowing down a bit. Maybe it doesn't help as much as it did. Not before it goes out, but it's like, once it starts struggling more, then we'll be like, okay, it's time to well, I suppose I should get that done, but should be soon, yeah. I hope you are able to get it replaced soon. Oof. Especially since it really is, it's just getting hotter every year. And that's also part of why I was like, all right, I want to look at metal roofing for the house, because if we're going to have to replace the roof anyway, then I would rather just replace it right the first time and not have to worry about replacing it again because of drastic temperature shifts, and especially because we do get so much snow. Like last year, there was a point in time where we had so much snow, and I'm talking like 2 feet of snow, that not only were we snowed in for weeks, but my car, the engine just completely died because you could not get it. And no, it's a completely separate system actually here. Most Ohio homes don't have or well, it wasn't the engine, it was the battery. That I misspoke there. So it wasn't as bad. It didn't cost a ton to replace. It was just annoying. But I thought for a while that the engine was gonna be fried. I had gas and stuff in it, oil, everything was fine. But it was just not run for so long because it couldn't move. It was buried. And there was nowhere to go. The roads were covered in snow. So it's like, well. But yeah, Luffy, what I was saying before with that. In Ohio, most homes have gas heating, like furnace heating. So central air systems are completely separate, and like basically every home has gas heating. Like they'll have heating even if they don't have AC, because you need to be able to stay warm, and also because it's like impacted by the power. So you can just go from the gas line. It's a completely separate thing. So even if you lose power, you still have a house that doesn't drop to 15 degrees Fahrenheit, which is well below freezing. And there were times literally when outside, I'm talking, it was single digits Fahrenheit weather. And I love the cold, don't get me wrong. That's why I moved here. But it's something you have to be aware of and careful of. And that's so fair, Luffy, honestly. It's like it was the reverse for me. I came from somewhere very, very south. And then I went to the cold. The land of the cold and snow. And I am never looking back. I love for it to not be 100 degrees in June. Oop. Wrong button. But yeah, I do love having the gas system. Like, I'm not a big fan of gas-powered things in general, but in somewhere this cold, you do need to have a source of heat no matter what happens. Like, we don't have any gas-powered appliances. Like, our mower's a electric push mower. And I do not mind the trade-off of having to do just the front and side yards first before I can do the backyard. I'm having to let it charge in between. But the home has to be heated like that. Oh, that makes sense, Luffy. We love scholarships. That's part of why I stayed in South Carolina for as long as I did, because I had a full ride through college there. I just had to, you know, stick around through the 4 years. And I didn't move immediately afterwards, but I was certainly looking afterwards. And then I met Moth, and well, that just happened to work out pretty well. All the sand. Apologies for the tedious resource gathering, but it's gonna be so worth it when this build is done. I'm very excited about it. Have fun, Lux. Good luck with your galactic war. Thank you very much. I appreciate you dropping by. I was about to say, I feel the sun setting. I love shaders for telling you what time it is very, very clearly. The shifting is so dramatic that it makes it very obvious. I don't always play with shaders. There's a reason why I do just vanilla reimagined, but will say I do like the torch. The emotes you got from Random Box? No, I don't think you did. I would love to see them though. I love Box's artwork. Thank you for the lurk, Ellie. Good luck with making dinner. Let's go make another stone pickaxe. And immediately dig 3 more stone. All the sand. Get out of the hole before stuff starts spawning on me. Aww. Oh, those are cute. I have seen a couple of you using a couple of them, like the little, the laughing one especially. I love those. Those are adorable. Ah! Don't flood me. I don't want to be at the riverside, so I'm just gonna scooch over here. I don't think. Aw, I love those too. Honestly, big shout out to artists. It's crazy what they can do. I have such a huge respect for every artist, not just in this fandom, but in general. What they can do, especially with the limitations of emote requirements, is really cool. No, yeah, speaking of like home improvements and stuff that we were talking about earlier, I didn't realize at first. I went back to look at the listing just because I wasn't 100% sure. The siding didn't exactly factor into whether we were getting the house or not. But really fun that I found out that our house actually has aluminum siding, not vinyl, which makes both maintenance and painting it a lot easier. So once we get our fences installed and get all the roof taken care of, I think we're probably going to repaint it, touch it up, because it's kind of rough looking, and we'd like to change the color to a different fun color, not just like a standard one. But oh yeah, exactly. The attention to detail is crazy, and I know Box does amazing work. But yeah, we're thinking we're probably gonna go like a lavender color for the aluminum siding. Once we do get it painted, it's gonna be a bit, but we're just kind of trying to plan out what we want our future improvements and stuff to be, so that we know to budget for it, because otherwise it's just like, well, how was I supposed to know that was gonna happen? I think it depends on the company, Luffy, because at least from what I could tell, there's a very prominent one in the area. It's important to power wash it first. It's very, very important because it doesn't stick well if you don't clean it, but that's part of their services. Because otherwise it can leave like a kind of chalky film and it won't stick as well. But yeah, they have to make sure they clean up well first, or it won't stick very well. But ours is just kind of really dirty, and there's no avoiding that it looks really dirty. I love the yellow. I do like the color of it. But there's like stuff that's like kind of gunk that's kind of accumulated over the many, many years this house has been. Ah, make it a rust. I think it depends on the paint also. I will have to look more into it just to be extra careful, but they do advertise safe painting for it, and all of the reviews are very, very good, so I'll just have to see. That's the end of that row. Scooch it over. It's one of those, it's either paint, which will be cheaper if we can get it done, or we're gonna ultimately have to get it all replaced at some point. No, yeah, you're good, Leafy, don't worry. I do appreciate very much you trying to make sure that we as first-time homeowners don't do anything that's just gonna hurt our pockets in the long run. We're just gonna have to do something with it at first because it looks kind of grungy, especially when we're gonna have a brand new roof. It's like the brand new roof and then the siding, you're like, ah, that hasn't been touched in 50 years. And yeah, exactly, Luffy. Honestly, our house is so old that we may well have to just get it replaced anyway, depending on what kind it is. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's kind of just the next project after roof and stuff. After the fence is installed, which we've already got scheduled, and after roof, which we've got to find and do. That is the next thing on the itinerary, probably. As far as big projects to save up for goes. I do love that now that we're not just living in a state of can we please figure out what's wrong with our pipes so that we're not getting backed up constantly, that now we're both just like all in on the home improvement. It's just nice to like have a house, I think is what it is. Like not living in the garage apartment with no doors on it anymore. That was such a situation. But being able to also just not be beholden to other like design expectations, like not renting somewhere we actually have a say in what the place looks like. It's nice. Okay, sandstone. I need to make what I can. Okay, that's plenty of cut sandstone. I'm not going to need more than that. So the rest is just trying to gather as much sand as I can. I do have. And Luffy, yeah, basically. He took the doors out, took the frames out. They were sitting in our garage. All of the doors that we were supposed to have installed were sitting in our garage, and he just never came back to do the rest of it. Which thankfully that was our my mother-in-law's friend. So that wasn't something that we like already paid for or something. He was gonna get paid afterwards, but it's like, dude, hello? Like, I don't understand he's older. It's okay if it takes you longer. I don't mind waiting. But the fact that he just straight up didn't do it, didn't communicate, we were over it. Like, I'm one of the most patient people in the world when it comes to that sort of thing. You can take as long as you need. I just want it to be done right. But you can't leave us with exposed drywall for 3 months and not even do the job. This Cosmo really was just pulling chunks of drywall that was already crumbling off the thing for treats. And so I was having to hover over him constantly to make sure he didn't swallow any drywall. But she's actually gotten a lot better about not picking up things he's not supposed to in the new house. Like, he'll do it occasionally still if he sees a little plastic baggie or something that he knows he's not supposed to have, because he knows that's how he gets a treat, is trading it. But he doesn't try to eat it or anything, thankfully, which is more important. Oh no, Luffy. Yeah. That's one of those things that's like, I'm glad that they at least showed up fast for the first time, but when follow-ups happen, if something, it's like, well, this didn't get fixed the first time. What's going on? Kind of like what our whole pipe situation was going on. That's so stressful to have to try to go back and be like, please, hey, can you get them to come back? I'm being kind of beholden to that. and not being like the person that's speaking to them directly. Because then what are you supposed to do if they just don't do it, or if it gets delayed for days and you're just stuck there with it? Like, there's nothing you can do about it. And I'm going to be so real. Like, obviously the house projects in and of themselves are pricey. That's just part of it. But like our casual, like our actual monthly living is so much cheaper without having to pay rent. And we were paying rent at a discounted rate anyway, because Moth's mom was renting us the space. We were just trying to help her pay off the mortgage to her house. It was still vastly, vastly cheaper. We just got lucky with this house. And how badly the guy wanted to not have to deal with it anymore. Which didn't even have anything to do with the pipes, funnily enough. I don't know how that wasn't an issue that was noticed. Oh, Luffy, that is... Yeah, that's rough. Like, just put a door there, please. Don't cut a door. Yeah. It's like, the AC pan needs to be cleaned. You can't just let it all drain down into the same thing and let it... Ugh. Just imagining that flooding like that. I imagine it's a similar feeling to us going down to our basement to do laundry and be like, ah, there's sewage down here. Lovely. I'm just glad that whole nightmare is over. Everything's been working like a dream for days, all is well. Now we're able to like actually put our energy into other projects. Like we've kind of had like the rest of the wall stuff that we've been putting up today on the floor of my office for literal like almost since we got here, shortly after, because we've put wall stuff up pretty early. But with all the pipe stuff, we were so exhausted all the time trying to deal with that it was like, nope, I can't be bothered to nail a few more things on the wall. But now all is good. Oh no, Luffy, that's awful. Just leaving the hole there. Ugh. And especially with cats too, they'd be so eager to just be like, all right, where are we going? Yeah. I think I'm not going to really use any natural sandstone. So if I craft any sandstone that I do have down into cut sandstone, it's going to reduce a bit space-wise. Actually, no, I think it's equivalent, so it doesn't matter. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, I hope y'all have all been doing well. I will say that first or second time, oh, the other time it flooded because the upstairs neighbor left a sink running over top. Felt really bad. Ugh, yeah. I imagined he would. I'm glad that it wasn't just at least in a, well, we don't care situation. Sometimes there's just not a better option. It's really inconvenient, or not an option that they're allowed to take anyway. And that's good. Glad there was no lasting damage at least. That's exactly, I think that's that's exactly how I felt when we did finally get all the 2-3 inches of sewage drained out. I was like, well, at least there's no lasting damage because we live in Ohio, basements are wet, and we already had all of our appliances up on bricks. And not just like little bricks, we put them on cinder blocks just to make sure if it gets wet, like if there's a really bad rain or anything. Like waterproofing the basement is eventually on our list of things to do. That's really low on the list though, because we're just using it as a basement and it doesn't really matter. It drains out pretty fast. That's you know, way later when we're out of other projects to do. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, the one from the AC is the living room. Ugh. The living room is the part that's like, oh no, all of the fabric stuff, the couch probably, that just get ruined by things like that. Even like wood furniture, depending on how bad the flood was. Down one. I love that I've now reverted to trying to collect minimal sandstone. Just because I don't really need it as much anymore. I'm mostly getting sand. But it doesn't hurt to have more of it, so I'm not pressed about it. Okay. But yeah, we're mostly at the moment. One, I'm reveling in the fact that we actually have a mattress, like a for real mattress, which has been very nice. Because our back problems have like, oh, suddenly miraculously our backs don't hurt nearly as bad anymore. But beyond that, we've mostly just been prepping to get lawn stuff going. I'm looking forward to spreading more clover because we've got a lot of clover on already. So we're going to convert it to a full clover lawn just for easier maintenance and because we like it how it looks better, frankly. I hate monoculture lawns of just grass. Gonna do some clover and some bigger varieties of clover in corners where we can let it get a bit taller. Some wildflowers that are lower growing. I'm glad that it wasn't too bad then, Luffy, at least. Definitely could have been worse. The giant fans to try the carpet sounds like it would be the memorable part of that experience, though. I feel like I'd also remember that part specifically. I think we're just about at the point, yeah. We're almost done with gathering for this phase, guys. Don't worry. We're almost back to the building part. There goes the pickaxe. And I'll chuck some of the normal sandstone once I need to grab my pen. There we go. I think that's almost at the point where, yeah, almost there. One more row. One more piece of sand. There we go. destroy that. Put this away. Get the bed. Get out of here. Need to go back northwest. Bounce along back. Let's go back and build our camel sanctuary. We should have plenty of sand for now. Not quite yet. I always forget how much darker shaders make it early too. Okay, come on. I know it's gonna be like as soon as the stars start coming out, it's time. It's just a matter of when's the exact time. Hello, Laura. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. You came at a good time. You just caught us as we finished up with our sand gathering to get back to building. So we're heading our way back. We're going to the camel sanctuary. We're getting back to work. Get around this way. I don't want to mess around in this cave here. That's not what we're here for. Our inventory is full of sand. I have a very low axe. There we are. Now we can head on back. And I always forget how extreme the mountains are in this world. They're really cool looking, though. The amount of ice and snow here is crazy. Feels like I'm doing one of those challenge videos with the Arctic winters type stuff. It's like, why is there so much? I have to make sure that I get more food when I go back. Before I go back out again, at least. I know I said it last time, but it still remains very, very odd to me that it took us 60,000 blocks to find a proper desert. And yet we have this big old snow mountain with powdered snow and everything right by a savanna biome. Like, why is it split against a savanna biome? That's so weird. There's like polar opposite biomes. I guess it might just be how tall it is, but even then, there's a certain degree of cold that has to come with it. Why is it flush with a snow mountain? Considering how iron poor we are right now, I can't just look away from that. I've wanted to, but I need you, please. Now drop some sandstone for a second. Get up and put it in my bundle. There we go. 6 iron is 6 iron. Oh, hello, spotted puppy. I think I have a spotted puppy, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that I do. Better be safe than sorry, though. Just one. One puppy. Come with me, puppy. We must return. To the point where we're basically right back to the time to just go this way. You felt my hesitation, Luffy. You knew. You were like, Yeah, it's like, I need it. I do. I need it. I felt like that SpongeBob. I don't need it. I need it. Oh, no thunderstorm. No, thank you. Good puppy. The fact that the zombies spawned immediately. Hello? Thunderstorm had just started. I think I'll just let you get burnt. Thank you. Thank you. Yeesh. Good job, puppy. I don't need the rest of that. Yeah, I don't like to leave resources behind, especially if it's a resource that I know I could use. It's just like my inventory is so full of sand. My sand run. But I do need iron also. So I was like, well, it's right there. I might as well grab it. It's not like I'm going caving for it. Coal is one thing. I have so much coal. If I need coal, it's very easy to find coal. But especially since I kind of want to get a hopper setup thing off stream, probably. Just so I can more easily shunt off all of my extra plants and organics to get bone meal going. Because I'm gonna need some white dye for the flowers in the mural. Just like the centers of them, because it's not gonna be yellow. And yeah, exactly. You can always make charcoal as well. It's really easy to farm. Coal is also easy to find in general. That's quite the fall. Didn't need to do all that. All right, let's go. Almost back. There's our village. I will say, it is absolutely wild to me. Totally not relevant to the fact that someone just tried to got another spam caller. It's genuinely baffling to me that spam calling has become so prevalent and so aggressive that people just don't talk on the phone anymore. Like, they don't answer the phone. I don't answer the phone if it's not someone that I know, and if I'm not expecting a call from a specific thing, which I will then put into my phone. I'm not answering it. I don't care who it is, which is not great, because it's like, what if someone, what if it's an emergency? What if it's important? That one time of all the other times, but no one ever is going to answer it because there's just so many people trying to sell you stuff constantly. And it's like, nope, no, thank you. That's enough of that. I'll never get that either. Yeah, that's exactly my mentality, Luffy. If it's important, they're gonna leave a voicemail. And half the time when they do leave a voicemail, they're not even looking for you. Cut sandstone. Put this back. Dirt for pillaring. I should probably make another shovel. But yeah, if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail. If it's not, they'll probably spam. Because no, as soon as I started looking around on websites, it's like for home stuff, literally within minutes of one of them, of trying to get some quotes, just generalized quotes in an area. I had one company, which isn't even the company that I was reaching out to. I don't know how that, it was literally within, I'm not even kidding, minutes. They spam called me 3 times in a row and did not leave a voicemail. And I'm like, I don't care how good of a deal you would try to offer me, even if you were trying to offer me a good deal, which I know those people aren't. If you're going to call me 3 times in a row and not leave a voicemail, you're just going to get your number blocked. Like, that is so unnecessarily aggressive. Why would I ever be like, oh yeah, sure. This seems like someone that I want to do business with. Yeah. Like, no, thank you. If you're gonna be harassing me before we're even talking numbers, then why would I ever... like, no? It's kind of like, I've worked retail for a really long time. I don't currently, but I worked retail for a very long time. It's one of those, like, when they're like, you need to be, you know, really assertive about greeting everyone who walks in. I'm like, why? A lot of people don't want you to do that. Like, it's one thing if you're interacting with them at a cash register or something, but if you're, like, at the door greeting people as they come in and being, like, kind of really, it's like, okay, that's just a little weird. It was to the point where I was wearing earbuds just to avoid people doing that. Like, not when I was working, but, like, as a customer. Whenever I came in, it's like, no, thank you. I'm here to get a couple of things and go home. I don't want to be... And how aggressively they push, like, cards and stuff, too. Capitalism is a plague upon this earth. Okay. Well. And it's one of those things, too. Like, even with the new house, capitalism is a plague upon this earth. It's one of those, like, oh, well, why would you do that? It's going to murder the property value. Like, why are you painting your walls purple? Why are you, you know, why do you want to tear down the garage that's threatening to collapse on itself? Because they're either not suited to us or it's an active hazard. I'm not... No, thank you. And that's fair, Luffy. I know that there's a lot of people who are more socially inclined. It's not like it's necessarily a bad thing, but... It's like, I don't know. Sand. Sand. So much pink dye. Okay. Oh, this is a lot cheaper than I thought it was. I didn't realize how good the crafting recipe was for this. Okay. Oh, really, Luffy? I can get that. Yeah. Ah, yeah. It's people who know you. Yeah. That does make more sense. It's like one of those, it's like, I do not mind at all interacting with neighbors. I enjoy doing so, actually. But I do feel weird, like, how aggressive people are expected to be sometimes in retail. Like, as someone who did work it for a while, it was just like, why do you want me to push the store card so hard, or membership or whatever? It's kind of weird. Why would you, people feel harassed when they come in sometimes. When it's like a friendly atmosphere, the people there, totally different. Also, ads are going to be starting soon. Thank you to everyone who sticks through them. I really appreciate you guys. Okay. I need to go get the cacti, which are not going to stay in them. Don't worry, because I know the camels can die on them. However, I need to grow them. I need to grow them because I need green dye. And I need to have enough to feed, so for now, I'm going to I'm going to grow the cacti there while I'm just around. So I'll be right there. It'll keep growing. I guess, actually, can I do moss and stuff like that? I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. I don't normally do some guys. Ah, no, yeah. That does make sense, Luffy. It's like, I like to, like, wait. I'm not young by any means, but I'm not super old either. I'm kind of just sort of in the middle there. Old enough to have watched VHS tapes and stuff. Not, old enough for them to be in an especially common use. Old enough to the rise of the computer, but not old enough to have not had one growing up. Just, it was one of those big box ones. But, oh yeah, small town, that'll also do it. But no, yeah, for now, we're just using this to grow for dye purposes, for concrete. And that will be assuredly gone so that the camels cannot hurt themselves. I just need the dye, please. Yeah, food for breeding the camels. I'm going to set up like a little farm for it eventually. But since I'm going to be right here, I figure, well, it's going to be easier to just have it growing because I'm going to be right next to it. I also need to set up an infinite water source real quick so that I can keep pouring water over concrete. I think you can just pour it. I could be wrong. I could have to take it all the way to the river and dunk it. But I'm hoping. But yeah, we need to breed more camels. We need to make a bunch of dye for the mural. Many uses for these cacti. Okay. Back to business. Okay. Test and see. Okay, it does. Beautiful. Perfect. I don't work with concrete very often, so I wasn't sure. Perfect. Okay. So I'll just start. It seems to follow very strict paths. It's in clumps. Not that it's a big deal, but... Alright. Oh, it goes further. But no, yeah, like... I know I got sidetracked. Sorry, the ADHD shows. I will say it's kind of crazy. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. That people were, like, when I was working, especially as a teenager, expected to push so hard and so aggressively for memberships and stuff like that, even without, like, paid cards, just to sign up for the store. It's like your number, name, be in the system, all that stuff for extra discounts. The way that how aggressively they made you push that, the fact that you could genuinely get in trouble, possibly even fired, depending on how severe they decided it was, for not pushing hard enough was baffling to me. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean my job depends on harassing people? I don't think I want to do that, actually. And I understand that some people don't really have much choice. You gotta do what you gotta do. Bills paid sometimes. If it's relatively harmless, then, you know, whatever. But... this is going much faster. Not that I'm complaining. Yippee! Concrete. I will say, so far so good though. Like, both just the build I'm very happy with, and I've noticed it is 5 o'clock. Cosmo has not started screaming for dinner. So perhaps he has learned at least a little bit. He's adjusted. He's taken his nap. Which is good. Especially because we were making up the day bed and getting all the stuff that was on and off today. Storing some stuff that we couldn't put up. That sort of thing. It's been a very productive. But what all have you guys been? I'm always curious. Trying to think of what else we've got planned for the next little bit. I know Moth has been working way too hard and needs to take a break, and is probably going to, like, she's off Saturday? And thankfully it's weekend for my shorter streams. So... she'll be able to get some rest. Especially now that we've got all of the pressing stuff taken care of that we need. Love the music so very much. I may end up switching to Oakloid at some point. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Just depends. Depends on the vibes and the energy. But for now, I'm happy to just keep digging away at concrete. There it goes. Let me see how long an iron pickaxe will hold. No cactus. That's it. That might be actually worth the iron to do instead of stone. It's gonna be so pretty when it's actually done. Sun is going down. It grows darker. Take a nap before it gets dark. There we go. There we go. Another round. We're getting there with the concrete. Not too much. Before we can actually start doing the pattern on the wall. I'll probably have a placeholder for the vines that I want to do. I might use like dirt or something just temporarily to outline it while I'm waiting on cactus to grow. Because I'm probably gonna do something similar with like the shaping of the roof. So I'm gonna do it all out of glass. I need to make sure it actually turns out decent. So I want to probably outline it with something else first, so I don't have to worry about breaking glass in the experimentation phase. There we go. Down to almost. That done. Then okay, about there. I can work on lighting it up. Probably can't proper light. I think would be fun. Gotta get those under the trees. Concrete. It's so funny that honestly it's like part of the reason why I was like camel sanctuary beyond how long it took to find them is that I was like I know I've mentioned it before, but I'm so excited for Planet Zoo 2. And this is only making me more excited for Planet Zoo 2. I love that game. I love Planet Zoo, the original Planet Zoo. I'm really looking forward to seeing the upgraded graphics and everything that they do, the improved behaviors. It's gonna be and all the different animals that they've already revealed. I am so excited. It's gonna turn into a Duvid with the Papa's Pizzeria, Freezeria games and such kind of situation. Where I'm just like, well, alright. We're gonna have regular Planet Zoo for a bit. Welcome in, Fleur. Hope you're doing well today. for now. I'm not sure how much of this I'm really going to need yet. It's a very by the ear. Yes, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Let me actually take some dirt on me to outline where the vines are going to be, because it's going to take a while for the cactus to grow enough for the granted, you only need 1 dye for 8 concrete, but still, it's going to take a while to get enough of that to make the vine concrete. Okay, I kind of want to do a sort of vine that also doubles as like a little circular archway sort of thing on the archway. Question is, do I want it to just go straight up? Do I want it to meet somewhere around here? So I kind of need the basis of the vines here before I start working on the flowers around. I might opt against having it come back that way. See what it looks like if I do just immediately more. I think I like that, the vaguely heart shape kind of calling back to our base. The heart shape of the vine, and then it goes on to the flowers. Okay. That dirt's just gonna have to disappear. Spread these out a bit. I don't want them on each other. That's how I lose another piece. get from what I do have available to use real quick. Yeah, I need to cook it. Make sure that that's what I need to do. Welcome back, Ellie. I hope dinner was good. Slash, I hope you enjoy dinner if you're eating it currently. It is. Sand, gravel. There we go. You've come back at a good time. I'm working on figuring out the start of the mural design. Once I get going, it's going to be a lot easier. But for now, just trying to get a feel for a little bit. To do my water stuff. I'm trying to sort of blend the cherry blossom theme and more tropical colors so that it's going to be brighter than it would otherwise be. So I want it to be exaggerated. I want it to feel like something kind of similar to a zoo exhibit, which is why I'm going to build built-ins in the walls and stuff as well. Got to find good places to poke those in, but right now I'm just trying to figure out the entrance wall because nothing's going to be like popped out here. Down to I'm gonna have the centers be white. Having the vine-esque like plant thing going on. Having it go that way, probably for the better. I kind of want it to go here. That looks kind of awkward. The experiment phase. I can also do it from here. was gonna do the archway, but I don't think I like the archway. I think it might be better to mix that. As much as I do like the arch, it doesn't lend well to the continuing design. I have to do something different with the entrance there. It's not really gonna be the entrance, main entrance anyway. Can make like a little glass viewing dome here instead, maybe. Figuring it out, puzzling it out. Oh. Place that back with cut sandstone. The cactus blossom. Cute, but not what I need. Can I? Oh, I can just put that there. Might have to add some cactus blossoms around here if I get a bunch. I think maybe before we go crazy on the vine bit, I think we make the main flowers and then connect them. Figure out the best way to connect them, especially since we're gonna be waiting on green anyway. So let's just figure out where we want to put all the flowers. It could actually be cuter to have like flowers on the arch as part of it. Yeah. Then I'll need to elevate the other one. It's the same level. And I want there to be some variation in height, which is why I made the wall so tall. Varies in height, doesn't go too crazy. Slipshine, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. And thank you, Ellie. I'm glad you like it. I've been like, I thought it would make it really pop with the color, especially since it's kind of meant to be more zoo exhibit like. Like we're gonna have little glass viewing domes that go into the enclosure and stuff too. I'm gonna have to show you what we've been up to, Slipshot. We've been busy with the camel sanctuary. Free cam. The cactuses aren't gonna stay there because they would hurt the camels. I love all the spasming blocks over there to pick up. But we've got the overall shape of it done. We've got the trees laid out, the little water feature here. We're gonna be doing more up here after we get the bridge over, like because there's gonna be an observation deck with glass floors, like a bridge that goes over. So once we get that figured out, we're going to build up some trees, custom trees probably, to make them short enough to get in there, so it doesn't look so weirdly bare. But for now, I'm quite pleased with how it's coming along. been very productive. Okay. And I like the aggressively pink concrete here. It does make it feel like a really good blend between like the sort of intense colors and stuff that we're going for with desert to contrast all the sandstone and like kind of still calling back to the cherry blossoms and stuff with the pink, even if it is a brighter pink. I may have to gather yellow dye and do yellow centers depending, just because they are so bright. I will see how they look with the white versus the yellow, and we will go from there. I know it'll be certainly easier to get a bunch of yellow flowers than it will be to make bone, but I think I need to make that a little closer. Get that closer. I want it to be like right on it, but I'm gonna be going down as opposed to up. It's kind of like a one block in between situation. So one goes down. This is gonna be the bottom. Leave one full block. It's not an even entryway over here, so that's fine. It's part of the variation of it. I'm trying to build with funky shapes. Okay. More down. Here we go. That's the next bit. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. The flowers along the side, vines connecting them with green concrete. Doing the sun on the like the stained glass sun. There's gonna be a lot of pattern work in this, which isn't something I normally do. That's the point of this forever world, so I'm excited about it. Let's experiment. Let's get a little crazy. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I need this cap here. Up one. Actually, I need to go up more because this is going up. So instead of just let's go up one. Let's go up another one. There's not really room to be going down here, just because of the way this is arching up. So we're just going to follow the bridge's path and go up as well. Block between them. feel for the pattern here. There we go. More solid platform. Still raising it up. Still going upwards. Hello, sir. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Camel Sanctuary is coming along quite well. I could show you actually. Hold on. We're working on the flower pattern for the mural on the outside. We're just kind of doing an up and down pattern, raising up with the walls, going down. We're getting the flowers in, and then we'll get the centers and the vines that connect them. The cactus are just growing for the sake of getting green dye and more food for the camels. So don't worry about that. That's not staying in there because then they die. But yeah, I guess you do end up finishing up your streams pretty early on into mine on my evening streams, which is cool. Welcome in. It's good to have you. Yeah. Let's see. I think we are finally getting to the apex of this, yes. So I can finally start on. Hello, hello, Athos. Welcome in. It's good to have you. I'm glad you had fun, that you were able to finish Halo. That's really cool. Sorry that you cried, but I hope that just means it was a really good ending. Sometimes the best ones do make you cry. Hey, that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't know wow. I don't know a whole lot about the Dead Space games, but you're always free to yap about them and what you like about it if you want. I do not mind. I know we did a little bit last time, but what you think of like the remake so far, specifically? I spoke too soon about Crossbow being good about not begging for dinner too early again. He can cope. He's fine. He's being a little rascal. Oh, that's really cool. It's always fun getting to play like remakes of games that you really enjoyed as a kid, especially. Just to see how it lives up to what you remember, how similar it is, and genuinely it's like, have they improved the game? Is the game being on a modern console a good thing or a bad thing? Would have been better leaving it as it is? It's like one of those, like, not the same genre of game at all, but like one of the things that kind of makes me sad is that I know that there's never going to be another Pokemon mystery, like not mystery dungeon. That could happen. I would like for an actual good one to be released, like similar to Explorers of Sky, or a remake even of that with updated graphics and Pokemon. But it makes me sad to think that there's never going to be another Pokemon Ranger game because that was so intrinsic to the Nintendo DS and the styluses, the touchscreen there, that it's just they're not going to do it again. And it's like, no. And oh, that's unfortunate. So console exclusive games. We've said it once in the stream before. We'll say it again. Capitalism is a plague. Need to get more food. Okay. That's more cactuses. Green dye. Future green dye. We're gonna head over to the, while we wait for night to get, we're gonna head back to the base real quick. Grab some more food. I could sleep in there also. This villager is gonna need to get out of my house. Congratulations on the 3-stream streak, Third. You need to stop free. You can't just free my armadillos. Like, I don't mind them being out, but they're gonna get loose. We'll do bread. You want to come out or what? Thank you. Just scooch this little guy in. Come on, let's go. Oh, there are so many good artists. I know Cat's really busy at the moment, the one who does most of my stuff, but I'm pretty sure the random box might still be doing commissions. And they do some really good emotes too. They've done a lot of Luffy's, who's around a lot of emotes. It of course also depends to a certain degree on the style of emote you want, because there's different artists that specialize in different things. But I do know that the random box is always a good show. Cliffside. I'm going to do more terraforming around this build eventually too. But right now, I'm just trying to get the base of it done, basically. It's like, let's get the bones of it. Bit by bit, we're working on it. I think the flowers on the sandstone is really cute. It adds some variation to it. Some much. Sorry about that, guys. 'Tis the season for sneezing. The pollen count is just high right now. Okay, so I don't want it to be touching, so I need to go over here. Bless you as well, the sneezing is contagious. I love all the people coming through to help with the emotes too. You guys are also nice. I love this. I also always forget about emote lab. Yes, thank you, Luffy. I appreciate you showing examples of box stuff. I was talking about box. That's a question, Ellie, that might be better. It's probably better for Luffy. I've never used Emote Lab. I presume it's some sort of like similar to almost Peeker in a way that lets you choose certain settings and get certain emotes like based off of bases that they have. Okay, this tree is kind of yeah. Oh, that makes sense. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a very reasonable price. Luffy with the money saving hacks we always appreciate. Now that we're done reliving early days of Minecraft, because our axe broke on us while we're just trying to clear this. Please, I just need you to be out of my way so I can keep doing flowers. Okay. Ah. Occasionally, Stream Elements likes to remind me that I did set it up, actually. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I still need to set up an unlurk command as well. Maybe I'll actually remember to do it after stream this time. No guarantee of that. Maybe, maybe not. Gonna force me to do some terraforming over here just to get more flowers, huh? I forgot there was a big old hill at the back. Completely fair, sir. Get some rest. I hope you sleep well. And good luck with cutting down the plum tree. I do feel you on the fallen limbs of trees thing. Because we've got some really big ones. We had to get a whole new tree cutter just to cut through some of them with how thick they are. Fell off in the last storm. Nope. That's too high. Big old tree. There's something there. But yes, rest well, sir. Good night. All of that just to do my little shimmying flowers up and down. I do love them though. I think they come out really cute. And once it's actually all connected, it's gonna look even better. There we go. Follow this out a bit. scoocher. The funky dimensions. The beauty of free building is that you never really know. It's like, what is this going to turn out to be, actually? Don't know. I have no idea what the measurements of this thing is. Just going with the flow and seeing what works. Make me think on the fly. We should have enough pink concrete, I think. Yeah, we'll definitely have enough pink concrete to get around. Which is delightful. There we go. We're back to needing to tunnel stuff out again. Free me! Getting dark. Time to go back. Axe. There we go. Don't need this much dirt. Concrete. Okay, stash that away, stash another stack, put that away. All of the oak trees, just from clearing out this area, is really funny. We're gonna have so much wood. More wood than I know what to deal with. There we go. And you always think that, then it's gonna disappear. But it'll be nice while it lasts. Okay, let's get this situated properly. This tree is too close. Needs to go. So that it doesn't impede the construction process. Ooh, it is raining. Just a heads up, everyone. If at some point I suddenly go dark and I'm no longer live, that would be because I lost power. It's raining really hard. Didn't realize that there was a storm today, but just you know, if that does happen, that's why. Tis not a connectivity issue on your end. And apologies if the bit rate gets funky. You can let me know, but there won't be much I can do about it if it is. But no, yeah. Hopefully it won't happen. And it's not even necessarily a bad thing, because like our power doesn't necessarily stay out for long. But yeah, exactly, Athos. Couple of very short outages, and it'll knock your Wi-Fi out for a minute, just long enough to be like, well, there that goes. But it's nothing crazy. It just gets a little dramatic, and then you know, it's done. Okay, we got that gap here. Kind of lower. There. I think I want to raise that one up a bit. Ooh. Yeah, I can let it. I think that's what I did the last time too. I had it touch the edges of the bridge. And yeah, that's pretty much how it goes, isn't it, Athos? It's like just enough to annoy when you really want to be people who really want to be online and are online all the time, and to be like, uh-oh, what if the power stays out really long this time? Get people worried. But no, yeah. Even like, it's like our power is grounded, so it doesn't tend to be as affected by storms, but it'll flicker occasionally. And even if it just flickers, if it flickers, then the Wi-Fi does too, and the Wi-Fi takes longer to reconnect. So, you know, it's one of those, oh, um, hmm. I was just like, oh, it does sound like it's coming down all of a sudden, so, you know, just in case. But until it actually does happen, we just keep on keeping on, I think. Unless it happens, we're not going to worry about it. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, exactly. It does seem to be a lot more common, like, in the Midwest, the little ones especially. Because that's where I am now. Like, where I was before, if a power went out because of a storm, it would be out for like 3 days. That sucked. Hurricane hit and we lost power for like literally, I'm not even joking, 2 weeks. That was bad. Thank you for letting me know, Ellie. I think it could be on your end. No, yeah, my bitrate does seem to be okay, at least for now. So fingers crossed it will stay that way. But Twitch does like to just be funny sometimes. It's like you can have the best internet in the world, and I swear sometimes it's just like, why is the stream buffering why is the stream that I watch buffering? It's the connection is perfect. Everything is fine. What's going on? Do this number. A little hollow. No, yeah, you're good, Ellie. Don't you worry. I always appreciate stuff like that. If something sounds funky, if the sound's off, if things are going slow for some reason, it's always good to know, and I do appreciate y'all. Because sometimes it might be something that I can do something about. And if not, I can just be like, man, sorry about that. How odd. Shovel. Just a little stone one. It's nothing. Oop. Okay. Thank you. This is another one of those, this tree's in the way situations. It's gotta be. I think it's literally just an old tree that's connected to the leaves of this one, so it won't wilt. Yeah. Let's see. Right here. Oh, perfect. It does work out. I was a little worried about how it would work out coming back around. But it seems like everything is pretty even, especially considering that it's a completely free-handed build. It's gonna link up pretty nicely. I have excess concrete even. Stuff that I can use for extra little accent pieces. Okay, let's cut these cactuses down. Nothing more heartbreaking than watching a broken cactus land on top of the cactus and destroy itself. I was right there too. Come on, man. Stop doing that. Despair. Oh, well, at least there's. Go. Apologies to everyone in the ads. Thank you for sticking through them. I appreciate you. We're just waiting on some cactus to smell. Anyway, it's all good. Just start trying to work out the vine situation a bit, I think. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking through them. I think I'm going to start with the bare bones, especially since I have so few green concrete things right now. Although I don't smell, I'm going to do a bare bones, just connect them together, and then see what else I can do design-wise to spruce it up. Let's see. Basically, the goal is to make sure that all the flowers are connected diagonally by blocks. Connected in some way. That's why we left a gap between them, especially for diagonals like this, where it just keeps up and up and up. But there's some, especially the ones like this, that I might be able to do some more with design-wise, I think. Some patterns going on. Right. Looped around the back. Almost out of concrete. That's okay, because I'll have more stuff by the time I get back over there. And I can make a whole bunch more. Oh. Let's go get more and make some more concrete. More dye, more concrete. We move. And then I think we might do a different color for like the borders. Because otherwise it'll be too much sandstone. Like maybe a yellow or orange or something along those lines. Because I plan on doing like a sun. Most if I want to tie in the bright colors too. So I can do like the base and the top different colors, I think. Now that I'm looking at it, I think it'll look better that way. Experiment with concrete a whole bunch. And then I think it won't look as weird with the green having just little bits and pieces between the flowers. Okay. This away for now. The ominous rumblings of thunder. Man, the storm is being dramatic. Oh, hello, wandering trader. What do you have? Anything of use? Red sand? Eh. Not really anything I need. No. This whole little section watered. But yeah, part of the reason why I was like, let's just build it all with cut sandstone first and then work out the mural from there is because it's easier to work with the space that I already have. But two, I'm going to be using a lot of cut sandstone for like the exterior, like viewing areas, building a bridge over it type of stuff anyway. So I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt to just use what I recycle from that and remove from the thing to just, you know, I can just make it like that. No big. Just use the stuff that I use for the base to finish it out. Green concrete. I think this is honestly, like, I've never been a huge builder. I think this is probably the biggest thing. Like, this is just such a massive build. And I'm feeling it in the resource gathering department, but it's fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay. Let's take the one with 8 first, so that I can finish out that stack. Okay. tidy this up. Man, I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out so far. Trusting the process, I see the vision. I think I'll do borders of orange, even though that's going to be more of a pain to get that dye. Just because I might end up using yellow for the centers of the flowers if the white doesn't look good. Oh no, stream blip. My bitrate seems okay on my end, but it could have had a spike beforehand anyway. There's no way to know for sure, just for a few seconds. It's so funky. Yeah, it probably is just the storm, unfortunately. Oh no, it is buffering for you guys. I'm sorry. It stinks. I may have to probably, like, I may end earlier tonight then, just so you guys aren't stuck with the buffering stream constantly. I'll probably finish up the wall, I think, like the green concrete part, and then we can probably raid out into somebody before the storm gets worse. Thank you for letting me know, Ellie and Sora. I appreciate you. And apologies. I don't think it was supposed to storm today, even. It's funky. It said no thank you. The important thing is that we've still made a lot of progress today anyway. Go. Yeah, it's storming right now, actually. It's like we didn't think it was supposed to. I don't think it was supposed to today. Maybe tomorrow. It probably came early. But it is currently thundering and lightning outside of the house. So I was like, oh. Guys, by the way, if I suddenly cut out, I might have lost power or had it flicker for a second and lost internet. So I think we're going to finish on a good note now that we've finished this little wall here. Before the power can kick us out. That way we can at least raid into something. If it's making y'all buffer and being funky like that, then it's probably just a matter of time. It's a pretty rough one. It's pretty loud out there. So, thank you all for coming out here today. I really appreciate you. Hey, we still got a lot done, all things considered. All the concrete, the gathering. We've got pretty much all the sand we need, other than the glass. I'm not thinking about the glass ceiling. I'm gonna have to figure out the shape of it with like wood and stuff anyway, something, before I start laying glass out. But hey, we're making good progress. We're getting design ideas as we go along. We're doing well. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Let's figure out who we're gonna raid into, yeah? Here's the raid messages for you guys. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're enjoying the concrete details. I don't normally build with it, but it's fun to work with the bold colors, especially with a desert build like this. I'm going to add some borders and stuff next time. I was just like, well, I don't think it's a good idea to do it before the power knocks out. But yeah, let's figure out who we're going to raid into. And then we will go from there. Let's see. Who is live? Oh, hey, Anather's still live. We'll raid into Anather today. I don't often get the opportunity to raid into him. There we go. Let's start the raid.